Welcome to today's tutorial. Our focus is C programming, and in the past tutorials we've been able to explain the structure of a C program. We were able to do some simple programs, like just a program to say hello, welcome. We were able to talk about variables, how to declare them, and of course how to perform operations using those variables. Today I want us to cover some few things. One, I want us to do a program that will be able to compute average of given numbers, and again we would also want to look at how to calculate the areas or area for given shapes. And as we move, we are now getting deeper, where we'll be able to uncover much more. So let's start with the first one. We are talking about calculating average. So you remember the process of starting your C program, just as I'm showing you on that screen. You click on C and then you give us a name. Maybe we call it average. Yeah, just as that, and you move on and you finish. Once it has been, the files have been built, you come below the sources, you find the mean, and there you click. This one already is a simple C program. You look at this. This has got its own meaning. This is a backward slash. It is not just here by mistake. What it does is that it is going to ask us to generate a statement on a new line. The next statement would come on a new line. It's called next line. Let me just show you that. Maybe if we had this is, say, we are learning the C program. Programming. So once we build this and run, we can use this one just like that. Once we build and run, you realize that this second line will be on second line. That is it. Hello world. Now you can see we have a new line here. And we are learning C programming. If I did not do that, probably if I did this, a tab would mean you tab the space just like the one on your keyboard. So if I build and run, you will see that line starting after some space, like the tab key. So that is it. Those are what we call escape strings in C programming. There are quite a number of them. If I did not do anything here and then I probably run the program, I'm going to have that statement as one. It is combined. Perfect. So let's go to what we wanted to do. This structure already defined this way. We will have to do away with this statements here. So we have to declare variables. Let's assume we want to do an average of 3 numbers. So already you have 3 variables, and then you will have the 4th variable, which will be storing your average. I will give you different ways of doing it. So let's say we have int. We are dealing with integers. Int, maybe let's just say num1. We have num2. We have number 3, and we have average. We have average. Spellings do not really matter here, but what you need to do is that the spelling you use, that is what you will actually use. We have average, and then we will say we want to do that allow the user to enter data, but we have to tell them something on the screen. We want them to enter some value, so we will use printf. Remember, C programming uses lowercase, so, and then we will say enter the first number. Enter the first number like this. So I want that to begin on a new line. Enter the first number. Then I'll have to terminate that statement. Then I will say scanf. Scan, as I said, is a function that now allows the user to enter some values. So scanf, I'm going to put it, and this is %i. %i means it is going to accept an integer. Then we will have comma, ampersand. We are addressing the variable that is going to store this. In this case, it's going to be num1, like that. And just like that, you already have your first number entered. So we proceed. So let me just copy this, Control C, then I will paste. I can paste it twice because I need 3 of them. Probably I will need the 4th one. So enter the second number, enter the second number, then I will scanf, and then I will say %i again, like that, and then I put that comma, and then I'll need to have an ampersand, then I will say num2. Again, we will have to do the third one with scanf. Remember, scanf is used to just accept data from the keyboard. So we have this one here, %i. Then outside there you say ampersand. We are referring to a particular address, and this address is num3. We click on it, and then we terminate this statement here. So we have to terminate the statement, otherwise we will get some errors. Once we have this one, at this point in time, the program is able to accept the 3 numbers, but it is not now capable of determining the average of this, maybe the given sum, the given numbers. These are dynamically assigned numbers. That means you're going to enter numbers as you wish. So what we are going to do, we will say here average is equals to, we are going to add these numbers. We have num1 plus num2 plus num3, like that. But remember, the average is the summation of all the elements divided by the number of the elements. So in this case, our elements are 3, and it's good we begin by having a bracket there. We close this one also with that, and then we divide by 3, like that. Then we terminate the statement. Otherwise, we would have introduced a 5th variable that we probably would call it sum, so that we just sum the values. Then we now divide that sum by 3. What I mean is that this of course will give us the answer. This one will give us the answer if it runs, but probably I would have had another variable called sum here, and then instead of doing this here, I will undo like this, and then instead of having average, I will say sum equals to that. Then I will say average is equals to sum divided by 3. That still will give me the answer in a simple manner. However, in terms of programming, this will accommodate, we will actually have more, it will utilize or will use more space compared to the first one, which I was just going to use average equals to this divided by 3. But whichever, that is okay. So with this, I will now say printf. I want to give us some output. The average is, then probably I want it to be tabbed, so I will \t. But then inside here, you must tell us is %i, sorry, %i is %i, because it's going to refer to an integer in this case, and our integer here that we are returning is average. average, just like that. Then we will build our program by clicking on this, and there you have it. Enter the first number. Let's say our first number is 10. Let's use numbers that we can determine easily. We have 20 and we have maybe 30. We know the average of this should be 20. So the average is 20. I need to do something here. I need to change this so that it comes thereafter, not it comes before, not after. So let me run it again. I have my 20, I have my 30, I have my 40. So the average is I. Why? Why is it giving us I and not giving us the value? The average is I. The problem is here. It should be average is like that. So we need to run it again. Yes. So let's go 30. Let's go 40. Let's go 50. And there you have it. The average is 60. So that is how you do it. But there are situations where let's enter some values. Of course, if you want to do it again, you have to terminate the running instance of a command line, and then you come here again. Let's say we have entered something like 13. Then you just press enter. Then it will go to the next line. Maybe something like 16, then something like 15. If you add these numbers, you're going to get 31, 44. So 44 divided by 3, there will be some decimal point that will be left. But the program is not going to return that. Why? The reason is we are returning this. This average is declared as an integer, so all numbers. It's simply going to return the whole numbers. If we wanted it to return the values that have not, let me see this. We want to return the fraction, so the decimal points. Then we will have to do something here, and that is what I want to show you. We will have to declare another line here, float, and then we have the average, float average. So when we are returning the average here, it will be now not %i but %f, like that. So let's try to run it and see whether we have what we are saying. You can see the average is 26. Now this was perfect number. Let's see whether we can be able to find something like that plus 8 plus maybe 15. Again, this is perfect. 23, 27. Oh my goodness. I am fond of giving numbers that would always give rise to... Wow. Okay, let me do this. This one again is going to give me the same. So, what do you mean with that? Yeah, this one is giving us 2.00. It has not really initialized that part of average to be able to give me a floating point. It has decided to treat them with the zeros, but I'll share on the probably in the next tutorial how to go about that. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Great.